started to create a little bit of an identity last season. After all their transactions, Clark, and shifting around, they settled down and came together.
Yeah, and I tell you, it looks like the identity will be the Sixers being a defensive team going forward. Offense has its fits and starts, but defensively they found some traction.
All free throws good from Noel.
As you said, the 76ers will be a team built on defense going forward. At least that's what it seems like to me. They have very active hands and can bother a lot of shots. They also force a ton of turnovers as well. And after his last game, really not surprised to see him as hot as he is here tonight.
Roten, the pass to Covington. Kicks it out to Iverson. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Iverson's got his third basket of the night right there.
And, you know, guys, the Sixers did force a lot of turnovers, but they also gave the ball away the most in the NBA, so kind of negated the turnovers they forced. They can be as defensive as they want, but they've got to get better at taking care of the ball if they're going to improve.
And he gets it to go. Amazon's got his first 2 points of the night.
You know, of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is major smash mouth basketball, guys.
All about imposing your will offensively, getting exactly the kind of looks their coach drew up.
And now, in transition, it's a follow. Here we go.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Now, here's Roten. He's got 8. Okafor, high post. And there's the feed to Noel. Kicks to Roten. And here's Covington from the arc. Can't get it to go. And New York will come the other way. They'll be playing host to Chicago for their next game. That game marks the first half of a quick 2-game homestand. Out of bounds, Philadelphia takes possession.
In the last month, let's see how the Sixers perform. First in fewest turnovers per game. First and second chance points. And they are ranked 3rd in team rebounding as well. I tell you what, everybody on this team goes after the ball on the backboards.
And, you know, going back to their turnovers, fewest in our league, that shows you the intelligence they play with. You have to beat them. They are not going to do it for you.
Now here's Iverson. 7 points in the game. The Knicks pull it in. Anthony's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Pass to Galloway. Lopez a screen. Shoots the 3. Galloway, no good.
But only the first miss of the second half. They've come out here with authority. Yeah, easy call.
Yeah, you can hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
That's his first. At the line.
You look at the numbers for Robin Lopez, Clark. They won't blow you away, but his impact is a lot bigger.
Exactly, Kevin. I mean, he's unselfish as a player, does all the little things. He's not focused on his numbers or shot attempts, and that's a welcome deal for coaches and teammates. He just wants to help his crew win.
Nick Stauskas is checked in for Robert Covington. Porzingis, he's checked in for New York. Calderon comes in for Langston Galloway. It's stolen by Calderon. And a fast break now for the Knicks. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
And speaking of the intangibles for Robin Lopez, he's great at boxing out for rebounds and setting screens offensively. Again, things that there really aren't stats that are kept, but those are ways you can impact the game. And those are the kind of plays that often go overlooked.
Grant, he's checked in for Philadelphia. Cannon comes in for Tony Roten. And a switcher also for New York. O'Quinn's checked in.
And Lopez, or as they like to call him, Rolo, an elite rim protector. Just a really good shot blocker, but he doesn't chase blocks. He just challenges every shot inside without fouling.
The 76ers trail by 5. Over to the wing for 3, Stauskas. And good on the basket. Hook it. Stauskas has got himself on the board with 3 there.
You might not think of him as a laser 3-point shooter, but that shot was there for him, and he had to take it.
And plenty of contact on the shot, so 2 free throws coming up.
Well, Aaron Aflalo in this one, 9 points, and he's chalked up 1 3-pointer on the day as well.
And Clark, I'm sure that won't be the last one. A lot of times he can get hot and stay hot from beyond.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. And he knocks down the first one. Good on both.
They're really doing a good job working hard to get inside and draw contact, a little more so than they did in the first half.
And defensively, if you're trying to battle back, you can't keep sending them to the line.
Now here's Okafor. He's got 7, up and in with the jumper near the hoop. Okafor's got 9. The Knicks with the lead. Calderon with it. He dishes it to Aflalo. Out of bounds, Philadelphia takes possession. Here's a peek now at the 2K leaderboard. This year, these teams have made the most of their offensive rebounds. The 76ers #1.
And that's the way they have to play in order to win. They've got rebounders, so they've got to go after those second and third opportunities whenever they can.
Here's Stauskas. Grant dishes to Noel. He's looking for Okafor and finds him. And Jose Calderon gets the whistle that time. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. The 76ers making a switch here. Marshall's checked in. Out to the wing. Stauskas inside the line. And they're unable to get the tying basket there.
And that's an example of willpower right there, guys. I mean, grabbing the offensive rebound and then going back up strong.
And GA, in a close game like this where every possession is critical, that could prove to be a very big one.
Boy, it sure could, Kevin. I mean, he salvaged 2 big points for them off that miss.
Anthony from 13, and that one hits back iron. Philadelphia's gone 5 of 9 when they put up the 3-point shot tonight. And Noel kicks to Cannon, and he misses the go-ahead basket. For New York, they've gone 4 of 6 from the field since the start of the 3rd. From the line, sinks it, and the shot from Porzingis. Porzingis has got his 2nd bucket.
You know, as soon as he recognized the height mismatch, he immediately pulled up for the jumper.
And, Greg, that's just good basketball. Come on, good basketball there. Clean look from that range. He's got to take it. How about that fantastic finish and the aggressive move, too, Kevin?
Trying to send a message, Clark, with that slam, I think.
And I'm not sure if it was text or email, but he definitely threw that one down.
Here's Anthony after the Sixers pick up 2. Aflalo outside. That's in there. Anthony with the assist. And that's 13 points for Aaron Aflalo.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And, Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
Here's Stauskas. Okafor, the pass to Cannon to the right side. And here's Marshall from the arc. The shot will not go. The Knicks have gone 6 of 8 on field goal attempts in the 3rd. A 75% clip. Aflalo, no good.
If he can improve on what's been a shaky day for him thus far, they could stretch this lead out.
For 3, Marshall. They get it back. Knocks it loose. Here's Aflalo. 13 points in the game. Calderon has the open look. Takes a big high bounce and goes in. Calderon's got 5 now.
And guys, Porzingis was almost a rookie last season, but he opted to pull out of the early entry and wait a year for this past summer's draft. Seems to have worked out for him as far as how his draft stock has changed.
A different look for New York. Serafin comes in for Kyle O'Quinn, and it's Grant in for Aaron Aflalo. Boozer is screen on Grant, and the pass to Boozer. Loses the defender with the screen and drills the jumper. Boozer's got his first bucket in this one. New York's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Back to Grant. New York moving it around. They set the pick. It's Anthony with the drive. Rebound by Carlos Boozer.
Good little two-man action there, but they just can't get the shot to fall.
Yeah, but that was a beauty. Good-looking shot, well-executed play. I wouldn't be surprised to see them go back to it.
New York's gone 6 of 11 when they've taken the three-point shot tonight. Very respectable. Anthony kicks to Calderon. Back to Anthony. The shot's good on the assist by Calderon. That's 29 points for Carmelo Anthony.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense, Greg, has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
Stauskas kicks to Landry. Feeds it to Stauskas. And the 76ers tack on 2 more. And so here is New York. The lead is 2. Thompson against Calderon. Passes it to Porzingis. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Blatant contact. Straightforward call. Simple.
And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for New York.
Fantastic passing. We saw it in the first half, and it's carried over here in the second.
Something we've also seen them doing tonight is getting the long ball to go down. Big points from outside.
Iverson's checked in for Philadelphia. And a switcher also for New York. Langston Galloway's checked in for Grant. Last season ended with the Knicks pretty much packing it in, but Clark, it didn't start out that way.
You know what? Not at all. I mean, the Knicks were picked by many, Kevin, to be a playoff team last season. Clearly, things did not go as planned.
Thompson misses. The Knicks leading by 3. 1:43 left to play in the third. Galloway, the pass to Carmelo. And the Knicks miss again.
And it became clear that thinking about the Knicks again, I mean, it made sense for a team with injuries and being in disarray on the floor to just battle for that lottery.
Now here's Iverson. He has 7. And Anthony sends it back. And he's able to get it back. Can't tie it up as that one's no good. The Knicks have gone 8 of 13 on shot attempts to begin the second half. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2.
Yeah, easy call.
Yeah, you can hear the smack all the way over here where we are. You know, kind of packing it in for the sake of being better in the future can possibly work in New York for a year or 2, but not longer than that. The media will eat you up there if you don't start making some progress towards winning and pleasing basketball.
Looking at who's out there now for the Knicks. Lopez comes in for Kevin Seraphin. And it's Amundsen in for Porzingis. Now here's Roten. He's got 8. Covington's shot is off.
It's just been a brutal outing for him. He still hasn't managed to make a shot, and the team is struggling because of it.
Galloway kicks to Calderon. Anthony drives in, lays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that, Anthony's got 11 points in the quarter.
And that's a great piece of work to get to the hoop there. Just tore the D to shreds.
Screen by Boozer. There's the dish to Iverson. Shot on the wing, and he hits the jump shot. Iverson's got 9.
If you're waiting for him to miss when he's that open, you're going to be in for a long wait.
Amundsen dishes to Calderon. He kicks to Galloway. Anthony left side. Pass to Calderon. There's the 3. It's hauled in by Allen Iverson. Out to the right wing. Roten, the pass to Iverson. From deep. Good. And it's now only a 1-point Knicks lead. 3 quarters of play in a close game here. Knicks out front. They lead by 1. And time to step aside quickly, but we'll be back in no time with the start of the 4th quarter. And we're set to start the action up here in the fourth quarter. And if it's anything like the